Hi everyone, and welcome to my NFL predictions for Week 4. Now last week we saw, just this past weekend, the Giants did win. They came up with a big win against Philadelphia. Even though I predicted them to win, I really had my doubts, but people like Justin Tuck and really that whole banged up defense just did a great job against Vic. And Manning had some big plays. Victor Cruz wound up being one of the stars of the game. And, if some of these guys can keep playing like they are, like Bradshaw and Jacobs, who had a nice run for a touchdown. I think Bradshaw had about 80 yards running. If those guys can keep up what they're doing, and then, we can get Hicks and Cruz and some of these upcoming guys that Manny can rely on, it looks like they could have a pretty good year. They're 2-1 right now. I'm not going to get my hopes up too much. But I'll talk about the Jets game a little bit. I didn't get to see much of that game because they don't show. I don't have the package where you can watch every game, but I did go out to seek the game out, and it was tied up. I think it was 17-17. And then I think it was 24-24. And all I could say about that one is, Sanchez looked like he had a great game. They got LaTomlinson in to do some stuff. He's been absent a little bit, and Burris. It's another thing of where they got to get all these guys involved. Holmes, Burris, LaTomlinson, and the defense really just, they gave up way too many big plays, and in the end, the Jets lost. I predicted they would win that game, but they're sitting at 2-1 now as well. And the Jet game coming up Sunday night, that's going to be a big game. They're playing the Ravens, who are, they're a tough team. Um, you got Ray Lewis, and he's still playing like he's like he is in his rookie year. I mean, the guy's incredible. So I'm a little bit scared for the Jets in that game. I'm going to say that they will bounce back, that they're going to correct their problems, that the defense is going to play tough, and I expect Sanchez to work all his players into the scheme. So again, I'm going to predict them to win. Now the Giants, on the other hand, they're playing Arizona Cardinals. They've had quite a history going back, and I wish I would have played the Arizona Cardinals defense in my fantasy team this week instead of the Jets, because they didn't do anything. But Arizona, that's going to be a tough game. The Giants normally beat Arizona, so I'm going to look for that to be the case as well this week, hopefully. And I'd like to see the Giants can get up to 3-1. They've got one divisional win, one divisional loss. They could be in pretty good shape, of course, depending on what happens with the Dallas and Washington game tonight. But normally I talk about the Jets and Giants, but if you have other teams you'd like me to speak about, or if you just want to comment about anything, anything goes. Whatever games you want to talk about, whatever players you want to talk about, just leave me a comment and I'll mention it. In fact, I'm going to mention 13th Wolfman. He did leave a comment saying, I believe it was the Bears that he likes, who are a very good team. They've been in the Super Bowl within the last 10 years, so they're definitely no slouch. Lovie Smith is a great coach. And so here's a shout out to you, 13th Wolfman. And anybody who wants to leave me a comment, I'll do the same. We'll bring up the subject, we'll talk about it. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.